Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome. Today we're exploring hydration beyond water and why many people simply believe that hydration means drinking more water. However, true hydration is not just about how much water we drink, it's about how well the body absorbs and uses that water. This is about electrolytes and why they matter. Electrolytes and minerals are essential for our body, nervous system, energy levels, and overall balance. Inside our bodies, there is an intricate electrical system constantly communicating. Your heart is beating, your muscles are contracting, your brain is sending signals, your cells are exchanging nutrients, and all of this relies on electrolytes. Water nourishes the bloodstream. Electrolytes nourish the cells. This mineral intelligence and cellular nourishment allows the body to communicate, move, think, recover, regulate. And we may notice when in balance that we have better energy, clearer thinking, improved exercise recovery, more stable mood, better sleep. And this is all because balanced electrolytes and mineral hydration governs how our nerves communicate, our muscles function, how we produce energy, our overall mental clarity, vitality, and heart rhythm. Electrolytes help maintain our body's internal current of life force, our prana. So what exactly are electrolytes? Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electrical charge when dissolved in water that help conduct the electrical signals in the body. So when we talk about hydration, we're really talking about fluid plus minerals plus balance. And we may not realize it, but we've heard of electrolytes by their mineral names such as sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, chloride, phosphate, bicarbonate. And inside the body, these minerals regulate several of our vital processes: fluid balance inside and outside of our cells, signaling our nerves, our muscle contraction and blood pressure, the pH balance and levels within our body, and how we produce energy. Think of electrolytes like the messaging system of our bodies. Water is the medium, but the electrolytes are the conductors. And without them, water cannot properly enter our cells or support our biological processes. This is why someone can drink a large amount of water but still feel fatigued, foggy, lightheaded, or dehydrated. This is because the body is lacking the minerals needed to utilize the water effectively. In simple terms, water hydrates the bloodstream, electrolytes hydrates the cells. And true hydration happens at the cellular level. And this is why hydration requires more than just drinking water. Our modern lifestyles sometimes create electrolyte imbalances, such as excessive sweating, high levels of stress, heavy alcohol and caffeine consumption, eating highly processed foods, intense exercise, some of our medications, illnesses, or even fever. And then sometimes our climate, hot environment can play a role. In hot climates, our body will lose sodium, potassium, and magnesium through our sweat. And if we only replaced water and not the minerals, our body becomes diluted. And this will lead to headaches, muscle cramps, fatigue, brain fog, poor exercise recovery, and dizziness. And in extreme cases, drinking excessive water without electrolytes can lead to a dangerous condition called hyponatremia, which is the sodium levels are dangerously diluted within the blood. Our body thrives on balance, not extremes. And it is important to have homeostasis, equilibrium within our body. Just as our breath balances through inhale and exhale, our hydration balances through water and minerals. So let's talk a little bit about the major electrolytes and their key roles within our bodies. What do they do? Sodium. Sodium is often misunderstood. Excessive sodium from processed foods can be harmful. However, we need some sodium. Sodium in and of itself is essential. It helps regulate the balance of fluid within our body, our blood pressure, how our nerves function, and how our muscles contract. Sodium also allows water to move into our cells. Without sodium, hydration efficiency decreases. So it's best to obtain sodium through natural sources such as sea salt, mineral salt, celery, beets, pickled vegetables, or broths. Each of these mineral-rich salts are not processed, refined table salts, which have often been stripped of natural elements. The next electrolyte or mineral is potassium. Potassium works closely with sodium. Together, they create a sodium-potassium pump, which is a system that helps transport nutrients into the cells. It removes waste from the cells. It supports how your heart beats and the rhythm of your heart, and it regulates how your muscles contract. Potassium-rich foods are bananas, avocados, coconut water, sweet potatoes, spinach, beans, and squash. Low potassium levels is a surprisingly common factor today due to diets which are low in whole plant foods. The next mineral is magnesium. It's one of the most important minerals within our body. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation, nervous system regulation, energy production, sleep quality, hydration, balance. It is excellent for feminine health. It also helps prevent muscle cramps, fatigue, stress overload. Foods that are rich in magnesium are pumpkin seeds, dark leafy greens, cacao, almonds, and legumes. Many people are unknowingly deficient in magnesium. The next mineral is calcium. Many people associate calcium only with bones, but calcium is also crucial in how our muscles contract, how our nerves communicate, how our heart functions. Calcium works in balance with magnesium. You can find calcium in leafy greens, broccoli, sesame seeds, yogurts, tofu. And the final mineral is chloride. Works alongside sodium, and it supports how our fluid is balanced and digestion through our stomach acid production. The good news is that chloride is found naturally with sodium in our salts. Sodium chloride. Not everyone needs the same amount of minerals or electrolytes. Individual needs will increase depending upon your exposure to heat, to exercise, how you sweat, stress levels, illness, whether or not you use a sauna, how much caffeine you intake. It's important to know the difference of what type of intake you need. And you can do this by just listening to your body's signals rather than immediately forcing excessive water. Here are signs to watch out for to determine if you need to increase your electrolytes instead of just drinking water. Because often this will indicate mineral depletion, not just dehydration. Your body will often send signals before major imbalance occurs. You may experience symptoms such as fatigue after working out, and this will include even slow movements such as Pilates or yoga. You may experience muscle cramping, headache after sweating profusely, dizziness or feeling lightheaded. You may experience low energy or brain fog and irregular heartbeat. You may notice poor recovery after exercise or excessive thirst, where you drink water but you're still thirsty or feel dehydrated. It's also important to be sure to balance your electrolytes after you have exerted heavily. Examples would be if you are an athlete, if you have practiced any form of body movement, slow or heavily paced. If you sweat frequently, you may be at risk for low electrolyte levels. If you're practicing hot yoga, for example, you can lose significant sodium and magnesium in just one session. And sometimes when you believe you need more water, you just need to balance with more minerals. And replacing minerals can dramatically improve your recovery from those activities. And there are natural ways to maintain electrolyte balance. The goal is not supplementation. It's a daily nourishment of minerals. Simple ways to support electrolyte balances to do it naturally. Just start your day with a mineral water. Adding a pinch of a high quality mineral salt to your water. This will support your adrenal functions, your energy in the morning, and your overall hydration. Eating mineral-rich whole foods. Focus on whole plant-based foods grown in a healthy soil. Leafy greens, root vegetables, seeds, sea vegetables, fruits, and legumes. Food-based electrolytes are often more balanced than supplemental synthetic versions. And you can create simple electrolyte drinks. 100% coconut water is one of the best drinks for you. It's a refresher. It restores your minerals. You can create a drink that is made of water, sodium, potassium, and a small amount of glucose. So what this means is perhaps 20 ounces of water, add citrus, juice of half an orange and half a lemon or lime, a pinch of mineral salt, and half a teaspoon of a natural sweetener such as a maple syrup. This combination helps the body absorb the fluids faster and more effectively. And keep a practice that will support your hydration during your activity. During your exercise or when you are sweating, add some electrolytes to your water. Have a source of coconut water. Eat a fruit with a pinch of salt. This will prevent post-workout fatigue and headaches. And as mentioned previously, be sure to replenish after each episode of sweating, after hot yoga, sauna, long walks, outdoor walks, or strenuous athletic activity. Rehydrate with the electrolyte drinks, the broth, or your own concoction of water, mineral salt, and lemon. And reduce habits that deplete your minerals, such as intake of high sugar, chronic stress, alcohol, or caffeine in excess. Balance is the key. Mild electrolyte imbalances can be corrected with rest, hydration, and replenishing your minerals. Sometimes, however, you may have symptoms that indicate that your electrolyte imbalance is something more serious, and it's important to know when you may need medical evaluation or attention. A couple of warning signs is that you may experience severe or persistent vomiting or diarrhea. You feel confused or unusual behavior, severe dizziness or even fainting. If you feel irregular heartbeat or chest pain, muscle weakness that makes movement difficult. If you've experienced a seizure, if you are extremely fatigued or you're having difficulty staying awake, if you have a severe headache with nausea, or your heart rate is irregular, either very rapid or very slow. If you are doing an activity and you feel disoriented, unsteady, or extremely weak, if you're having heart palpitations, it's best to pause the activity, pause whatever it is you're doing, and immediately seek medical care rather than trying to resolve it with hydration. Electrolytes support wellness, but they're not the replacement for medical treatment when your body is under significant duress. These symptoms can indicate something serious with your potassium, sodium, or magnesium levels. And those minerals are directly impacting your heart, brain, and nervous system. And this is why medical care is important if you are experiencing any of those symptoms. Outside of those situations, there are other serious conditions that may increase risk for concern with your electrolytes. If you are experiencing kidney disease, you have a heart condition, adrenal disorder, diabetes, if you have suffered recently from heat exhaustion or a heat stroke, if you're suffering from a prolonged illness, or you're taking certain medications such as a diuretic, you should always work with your healthcare professional, holistic wellness practitioner, or medical advisor to make sure that your electrolytes are balanced so that your conditions are not exacerbated. The fun fact about electrolytes is that it's electric. It's our energy flow. It supports our body's electrical nature. Our nerve impulses are electrical signals. Our muscles contract through electrical communication. The heart rhythm is electrical. Even brain activity depends on electrical gradients. Electrolytes help maintain the body's bioelectric field. And this connects with the concept of life force energy, prana. It is where science and spirituality may speak different languages, but both are acknowledging that our electric energy must move freely for our health and our vitality. That hydration and mineral balance support that movement. Hydration is one of the most fundamental aspects of health. When we begin to understand it more deeply, we realize that hydration is not just about drinking water. It's about balance inside the body. And then we begin to see how intelligent and interconnected the body truly is. Minerals, fluid, electrical signals, energy, movement, all working together. Simple daily practices such as adding minerals to our water, eating whole plant-based foods, listening to our body's signals, replenishing after we sweat, all support balance, not extremes, and it can all make a big difference. In many ways, proper hydration is a form of self-respect for the body's natural intelligence. Hydration works best when it is steadily balanced and responsive, not forced or extreme. Your body is constantly communicating, and learning to respond to those electrical signals is part of building a deeper relationship with your health. Your body's incredibly intelligent. When we provide the right building blocks, water, minerals, nourishment, it naturally moves towards balance and equilibrium. And when we support that balance, we support the body electric. We support life itself. Thank you for spending time in space today. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.